Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. It's time for my January fragrance haul video. Now, technically speaking, January still isn't over. I'm shooting this video on the 30th of January, so there are still 2 more days till the end of the month. But since I don't plan on purchasing anything more till the end of the month, I thought that I might as well do this video and get it out of the way. So let's start. Just want to quickly mention something. In my December fragrance haul video, I forgot to mention that I got Stronger With You intensely during that month. I got a good deal on a tester bottle, and I've been really enjoying Stronger With You intensely. I've been wearing it quite a lot in December and in this January month as well. But let's get started with the actual purchases in January. The first fragrance purchased in January, the first two fragrances were the both from the House of Armaf. The first one I'm going to show you is the Armaf Odyssey Mega Limited Edition. Now this is a part of the Odyssey Mega family where there are a total of 4 fragrances. This one, the first limited edition fragrance, is a clone of YSLY EDP. Pretty good clone, especially scent wise. It's pretty accurate in replicating the original scent. The problem that I have with this fragrance so far is the fact that the performance is lacking a little bit. I get only between 4 to 5 hours of performance out of this fragrance. I hope that with maceration the performance will improve, and I'll update you in a future video. The second purchase in January was the other member of the Armaf Odyssey collection, the Armaf Odyssey Mandarin Sky. Now this is another clone fragrance. The Mandarin Sky is basically cloning Jean Paul Gaultier's Candle Per Homme EDT, and this also is a very high quality clone of the original. Scent wise, it's very close, especially on the dry down. There's just one thing missing, I think, in this fragrance compared to the original, and that's the fresh citrusy orange note that the Scandal Pour Homme has. But other than that, this is proving to be a very close scent to the original with very good performance, almost bordering baseline performance. The third fragrance for this month, and the third fragrance from the House of Armaf, is the Futura La Homme. Now I already did a full review of this one. I'll link it down in the description of this video. What Futura La Homme basically is a sort of a clone of Valentino Uomo Intense family. Also, some people say this is close to the original Dior Homme, and I can say that yeah, this is close to that one as well, but to my nose this is closer to the Valentino Uomo family of fragrances. You get a spicy opening with a bergamot note and a lavender note, something that Armaf have added to the original DNA. And then on the dry down you get a combo of iris, leather, and some cedar wood. Pretty nice fragrance. On the opening, to me, it's close to Valentino Uomo. On the dry down, it's closer to Valentino Uomo Intense with a relatively good performance, 67 hours on skin. All in all, a pretty good purchase for around about $25. The fourth fragrance in January was the Jazab Silver from the House of Art Al Zafran. What this is a clone of the Acqua di Gio Profumo with maybe a little bit of the DNA of the original DNA of Acqua di Gio in here as well. In the opening, it's closer to the Acqua di Gio Profumo because there's that incense note, that smoky note in the opening, but on the dry down, it's slightly sweeter compared to the Profumo flanker. I think on the dry down it sits somewhere between the original Acqua di Gio and Acqua di Gio Profumo. Good performance. I get about 6 hours with nice projection in the first hour and a half. It's dirty cheap. I got it for $15. This is for the people who like the Acqua di Gio DNA and are looking for something cheap to daily drive. The fifth fragrance in January was the Opulent Musk from the House of Lattafa. Now this is sort of a Baccarat Rouge 540 clone with a few twists done by Lattafa on that DNA. It's sweet, it's powdery. On the dry down, it's a bit woody. It's long lasting, it has very good performance, very good projection. To me, this leans a little bit more on the feminine side, although some men may be able to actually wear this without any problem. As I said, good performance. It's dirty cheap. I paid again about $15 or something like this. Just wanted to try it out, and actually my girlfriend is wearing this more than I do. The sixth fragrance in January that I purchased was the Turati Blue from the house of Afnan. Another great purchase, very high quality fragrance here, good bottle, heavy glass, metal cap, good presentation. Scent wise, this is sort of a clone of Bulgari Tiger with a bit of a Bleu de Chanel touch to it as well. In the opening you get a very nice, very realistic, fresh grapefruit note. And here also is where I get most similarities to Bleu de Chanel as well, but this is not a Bleu de Chanel clone. This is a fragrance that's been quite hyped up in the community lately, and I think for a good reason. It has very good performance, it has a very strong projection for about 3 hours. All in all, a great purchase, and I got a really good deal on it. I bought it for less than $30. Ajmal Evoke Gold Edition. Now, this is another inspired by fragrance, Middle Eastern fragrance, and this one is inspired by the Prada L'Homme and Prada L'Homme Intense family of fragrances. You get that nice soapy iris. This, to my nose, sits somewhere between the original Prada L'Homme and Prada L'Homme Intense. I think it's closer to Prada L'Homme Intense actually. A nice soapy clean type of iris. It's not as good as the original scents, but still a pretty nice fragrance that gets you very close to the original DNA with good performance. I get about 6 to 7 hours on my skin with good projection in the first hour and a half. A nice looking bottle, a really nice addition to my collection. The eighth fragrance in today's video and the last Middle Eastern fragrance in today's video is going to be the Al Haramain Amber Oud Tobacco Edition. For those who don't know, this is a clone of Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, very high quality fragrance in here. It differs a little bit to the original. Al Haramain have taken that DNA, added a few twists, most noticeably to my nose. They've added a sort of a quite prominent honey note in here that makes this fragrance sweeter compared to the original Tobacco Vanille. But other than that, it's a very high quality scent. Very nice presentation, high quality bottle with metal placking on the front of the bottle with a metal cap. Very strong performer, bordering beast line. I get over 10 hours easily on my skin with very strong projection in the first 2 to 2.5 hours. Very suited fragrance for colder months. The last two fragrances in today's video are going to be designer fragrances. At number 9, I got the Joop Oom Eau de Parfum. Now, I've had the experience with the original Joop Oom EDT a few years ago, but it was just too sweet at that time for my taste. So out of curiosity, because I read online that the Eau de Parfum version is slightly toned down, slightly less sweet compared to the original. Out of curiosity, I got this bottle. As you can see, this is not a brand new bottle. I got it off a Facebook group. There are about 10 milliliters missing out of this bottle, but I got a really nice price on it, so I decided to pull the trigger, and I can gladly report that this definitely is a less sweet, toned down version of the original Joop Oom EDT. You still get pretty much the same things like vanilla, cinnamon, tonka bean, sweet bomb, but less performance, less projection, a little bit more matureness added to the original scent, and I've been really enjoying Joop Oom Eau de Parfum. And the last fragrance that I acquired in the month of January was Issey Miyake's Nude d'Issey Parfum. Now, I'm not a big fan of Issey Miyake's bottle designs. I'm also not a big fan of the opening of this fragrance, at least so far. It has a very spicy, very unique type of opening. But once this starts to dry down, it actually dries down to a very nice combination of vanilla, tonka bean, patchouli, and leather. I've been enjoying the dry down. I still try to train my nose to accept the opening, and I'll probably update you in a future video how my experience with Nude d'Issey Parfum is going on. And so in today's video I showed you the 10 fragrances that I acquired in the month of January. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, stay safe, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye bye.